To configure the Hydden platform for CyberArk platform data discovery, the first thing we have to do is go to Settings, Credentials, and add a CyberArk credential. In the drop-down, we select CyberArk credential. We can specify any name we like for the CyberArk credential. I'm going to use CyberArk Cloud for our hidden tenant. For the username and password, we're going to use a server's account that's been defined with the correct permissions in the CyberArk platform. Again, I've got mine pre-configured, so I'll copy and paste those in. And then we need to supply our tenant name, our CyberArk tenant name, which for us is hidden, and then the CyberArk identity ID. Again, for us, that's going to be ABQ 4093. So these are the credentials that I use to connect to our hidden CyberArk tenant. After setting up the credentials to connect to the CyberArk platform, the next thing we're going to go do is go to the Discover section of the configuration menu. And if you've already got a client deployed, you need to make sure that you've got a CyberArk collector installed. If you don't, it's a module that shows up in the available modules for all clients. So I'm just going to pick my CyberArk collector and say update. CyberArk collector is now deployed to that client. And we can now configure our CyberArk platform as a data source. If I click on add data source, in the drop down, one of our data sources now is CyberArk. So I'm going to say CyberArk. We can name our data source anything that we like. Again, for this example, I'm just going to put in my CyberArk Cloud Platform. We need the host name, or basically the URL where my, in this case, CyberArk Cloud platform lives. So it's hidden privilegedcloud.cyberark.cloud. And the only other things that I need to do is say what credentials I want to use to connect. I only have one set of credentials defined, which were the ones I just created. So CyberArk Cloud hidden tenant. I can specify a schedule for how often I'm going to collect the data from my CyberArk platform. I'll go with every hour. You can make this more frequent or less frequent. You can also skip setting the schedule, and it will. You can then just do a collection manually whenever you like. And the site where I actually have my client installed is Pittsburgh. Again, that's more important if you're using an on-prem instance, but for me, I'm just going to set it to Pittsburgh and go ahead and do add. There are some additional settings. They're really all to do with account and identity discovery. That's all covered in the hidden documentation. Now we can see that I've got my my new data source, so my CyberArk Cloud Platform on Platform CyberArk. All the other various settings that I've configured. Because I set my next run to be every hour, it's already saying that the first collection will happen in about 40 minutes from now. I can initiate a manual run just by hitting the play button. That will go and connect to that client where I've got my CyberArk collector, use those credentials, collect to my CyberArk tenant, and do the data discovery. So we'll just leave this for a few seconds to run and complete. Okay, so it's already completed. So it took 12 seconds for the initial run. It's retrieved 182 entities, so 182 data objects from my CyberArk platform. Again, it will still go and do another collection at 7 o'clock, so any changes that occur between now and 7 p.m. will get picked up on the next run. Again, at any point, I can always come back and run a manual collection if I want immediate data for this data source in my hidden platform. So there it is running again. Again, it should take around about the same sort of time, probably 5 or 10 seconds, depending on the client that's actually running the collection. Once that's finished, or once you've done your first collection, you can immediately go into the any of the hidden search areas. We're going to use our search library just to look at the data for right now. I'll just do a general account query. So we'll come in here, and we can instantly see all of the CyberArk items that we've collected. So for the data source, I could actually target just my CyberArk Cloud Platform. It's the only one that I've got. I could also do it on platform. I could say I'm only interested in anything to do with CyberArk. Really makes no difference. And if I do apply here, it filters it down. So aside from my my account for logging into the platform. It's retrieved 16 user accounts from CyberArk. I could say I'm interested in just a particular vault, so I'll go to my hidden accounts, and if I do apply, I'm going to see all of my user accounts that have access to the hidden accounts safe in CyberArk. And again, I could target different safes, like my hidden QA safe. And the other thing I can do is I can also target different types of users. So I could say I want to see my service accounts across all safes. So again, you'll see some have access to various safes in the CyberArk platform, and some don't. I can also say I want to see all of the vaulted accounts that I have in CyberArk, and that will show me the various vault names. Again, we can filter this or sort this any way that we like. So if I sort it by safe name or vault name, here's my hidden accounts safe, and then the various vaulted accounts that exist. Because they're vaulted accounts, they don't have an MFA status, and they're disabled because they're not effectively log-on accounts. There, you would check them out from the vault in order to use them. You'll notice if we go back to our regular user accounts, we'll tell you if the accounts are enabled or disabled, because they actually are used for access into the CyberArk platform. For the purposes of data discovery, a vaulted account is an account that you can go and check out effectively. And again, you can sort these, search them using any of the standard hidden mechanisms.